Hi, and welcome to the Circle Pie Chart Customization tutorial. Let's get started by going to our project panel, go to the All Graphs folder, and open up the Circle Pie Chart folder, and double click on the Circle Pie Chart Render. This is a render comp that is the final comp that you can render if you wish to render this out on its own. And to give you a quick overview of this timeline, we have a camera, which is animated. You can see its keyframes. We can change our text inside the pie by double clicking on that text layer and then typing in your text. And we can do the same for our main title. There we go. If you want to change any of those text layers, the fonts, the colors, and the sizes, it's in the character panel. And these also have the all caps option selected. If you deselect that, the text will revert back to the original formatting, so we'll just leave that as is. So the next two layers are our Circle Pie Chart settings, and this is a comp that you'll open up to change your actual pie. In this composition, it's pre-comped, and we have two layers. We have our actual the pie chart, and then we have it duplicated and reversed. Our text layers are also animated, so if you hit U on your keyboard, you can bring up the keyframes for that. So let's double click on the Circle Pie Chart settings to open that up. And this is where you would change your, or customize your pie. So let's start in the Pie Chart Controls layer. If we select that and go to our Effects Controls panel, you'll see that our first two options are a prefix or a suffix, and those are symbols or letters that can go either in front or either on the left side or on the right side of each of the numbers. So you can actually turn those off or turn them back on. You have an option for the whole size, which is the hole in the middle. If you want to make that smaller or bigger, it's up to you. And next we have our data. So if we go to our Pie Controls layer, hit U on your keyboard, you're going to double click on the second keyframe for each of the pie data slider effects. So double click on that. Say we hit 5. That will be less than 100. So you'll see this little, you'll see this gap, and that's actually just a background circle that gets animated on before the pie. You can turn that off if you want to, or you can leave it there, but just know that however many data sets you have, they all need to equal to 100 to create the pie chart. Or they don't have to. If you want to leave a gap, you can absolutely leave a gap. It's totally up to you. Let's go to the data number and text size. You can actually make those a little bit smaller. We have these triangles that stick out of each pie slice. You can turn those off by clicking the checkbox and making those invisible. You can change the pie colors here as well. And when you change the pie color, you also change the text and our prefix and our text layer here. And like I said, there's a background circle. You can change that color here as well. If you wanted a gap to have that color, you can do that. So if we go back to our pie chart controls and sort of scroll down here, you have a few more options. You can turn on all 10 slices, and just by clicking on the checkbox. And you'll see they're all over the place because all of our data adds up to more than 100, so it's going to be a little funky. So you'll want to make sure that all of your data adds up to 100, or you can leave a gap. You can also scale each pie slice if you wanted to make them a little bit bigger, or just left that option in there for you. Of course, you see this getting cut off. You can change the dimensions of the composition. If you right click on this tab and go to Composition Settings, you can change the width and the height right here.